Hello, everybody. I am Sun Psychic Jean. Please welcome my very special co host here is Mark the Spirit Whisperer. Hi, Mark. How are you?
I'm very good, Jean. How are you? We saw each other not too long ago.
I know. We had the pleasure of being together on your Monday animal reading show,
Yep.
and I really enjoyed it, and I learned a lot. I have to say, I really learned a lot. The energy was really very special. I enjoyed being with you.
Oh yeah, it was a lot of fun. I loved it too, and I really appreciate you coming on there and reading with me.
Absolutely.
I
I
love,
see that Debbie is back as well.
yeah, I'm assuming she's coming on Monday. She hasn't told me yet, but I think so.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And she must have amazing stories to share with everybody.
Yeah, she's. I saw, she came back, and I try not to do too much in the chat on somebody else's show because it just is distracting. But I did, say hi, welcome back. And did you meet Harry Potter? But she said that it was really cool. And that school was just so neat. And just to be there was like just a great experience. And I'm sure it was because it's all about spiritualism and metaphysics and stuff there. Cool.
Yeah, and everybody's like you're probably at that higher level walking around because everybody's at that higher level and
Yeah,
tuned in.
she was kind of saying that you just sort of whoop when you went in there. It's cool. I love it. I'm sure she has big stories to tell.
Absolutely. So, we're going to be doing readings for everybody today. And please do enter your questions in caps and use emojis so that they're easy to find. We'll also be choosing the questions or choosing them at random. And just to keep things moving here. And I just want to say hi, Tasha. Nice to see you. And Taynita is here, and Leanne is here. Peg Watts is here. Teresa and Melinda. Hi, Melinda. Nice to see you. Lisa is here. Craig Dixon. Hi, Craig. So nice to see you. And it's extra special because I know a lot of you guys are on that West Coast and you're just popping up out of bed there. Jennifer Cooper is here. So nice to see you. Sherry Luke is here. You made it, Sherry. Absolutely. So nice to see everybody. Um, Okay, so let's see. Hi, uh, is it Sharon from Strawberry Rhubarb Tarot, right?
Yeah.
Hi, Sharon. And Cindy's Heart is here. Hi, Cindy. That's so sweet. Very nice.
All
Um,
you guys are here today. So many.
Absolutely. And Jennifer says, Happy Easter, friends. How sweet. It is Easter weekend.
That's right. Easter weekend. I was reading my Trump Bible just for some extra.
Some extra instruction. So
Yeah,
Tasha wanted to know what school Debbie was going to, and it was Hogwarts. But what is it really called?
I know I always just say Hogwarts, but it actually is a name, and it's a universe, that kind of school, um, college kind of thing. But all the courses, as far as I understand, I'll get more detail when I talk to her. Or spiritualism, psychic stuff, metaphysics, channeling, all that. It's just all of that stuff there. So cool. Because I used to always say as a kid, we didn't have a Hogwarts, but there actually is that one. That's their focus there.
Arthur Finley. I had to look it up.
Okay, the Arthur Finley School.
Arthur Finley it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hi, Ness. Nice to see you. Teresa says, I want one of those Bibles.
Oh, I'm surprised he didn't go up in flames just holding one. And just putting the Pledge of Allegiance and stuff in the Bible. I mean, it just seems so sacrilegious. I can't stand it. I've
Absolutely. I see.
never read a single word in the Bible. I bet he's never even looked in one or opened one. Of course, you can't open that one because the pages are all stuck together. So there's that.
That is too much, too much. So Sherry Luke needs a message, and so Craig Dixon, he has something to say here. Okay, very nice. So he says, Mark Jean, I was at the post office a few days ago and had a terrible migraine headache. A little girl in line felt could tell I was in distress and hurting. Was this true? I had to leave. Oh, I hope you're feeling better now. Um, she uh, she wouldn't get overwhelmed. Oh, you had to leave so that she wouldn't get overwhelmed. Okay. All right. Let's see. Let's see what's going on with Craig. Was she I had to leave. I felt she could tell. Let me just see. I think that little ones are very sensitive. I think little ones are extremely aware and astute and um, sensitive. And I don't think there's anything that she would. I don't think you were causing any kind of pain. I think that she could feel your distress, and like just like you said, that you were hurting for some reason, and that your light wasn't shining as much. And I think that she just could pick up on that. I think other people can pick up on that, but they have like there's this privacy or was that your personal space. People don't enter your personal space, but little ones don't know, and they'll come right in and sort of say, "Oh, he's not feeling good." What
Right.
about you, Mark? What do you think?
I think it's that same thing. She could just notice that your aura looked like stuff in it or something. She noticed that you were just not quite in balance or something, or could just sense it or noticed it. It's almost like she could see your auric field and it looked a little wonky, and she went, "Ooh, that's funny," just no, or the coloring or something seemed to be different to her. And I agree, most adults don't notice because they're too busy. They're in their head, just thinking about all the unimportant things we think about all the time, and so they don't really have time to look at somebody else very much. Whereas a kid, they don't have all that yet. And I think she just noticed you were a little out of sorts. I don't think you were. I don't think it was anything that harmed her or anything like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it was more of a noticing it.
Uh-huh.
But,
Uh-huh.
but you know how we've been saying everybody's going to open up more and more, and I just keep seeing that all over with lots of readers, and I agree. The kids too are a lot more open than when we were kids. I mean, there are individuals who were, but I mean in general, like you don't have to, like when I was a kid, I had those experiences, but I don't think everybody was. Now more and more are having kind of metaphysical or otherworldly kind of experiences because it's a natural thing. And as we're lifting that, raising that vibration, it just occurs more easily, effortlessly. We become more at one with it. I think that's what I'm getting and hearing.
Everybody loves your shirt, Mark. So nice.
I
Flower power. I'm
feeling
actually having
spring today.
I'm having a couple of ladies on that we did a radiant abundance activation with the flower essences and tuned into the vibrations of the flower essences. And it was an event that we did back on the equinox. And they're going to be on my show later this afternoon at 3 p.m. Eastern to talk a little bit more about it and to help share. But when talk about the sensitivities, these are the things that we get to tune into that maybe, how the old adage where they say, slow down and stop and smell the roses. Well, this is actually slowing down and feeling the vibration of these flower essences that are just really just so heartwarming and really beautiful to really slow down and to tune into.
Yeah.
But that's what reminds me of your shirt, Flower Power.
I wore that today, and you guys are doing flowers today. I don't even know why I picked it today. But yeah, and I like that slow down and stop and smell the roses. It's kind of a thing. And you have, I had to slow down way back in when I started doing this. I had to kind of take a breath, take a seat, slow down, focus within. And it was a different way of looking and stuff. And it still is today. Now, that doesn't mean I don't get off track from time to time and go all fast again, but it is about kind of slowing down, because you can't hear the flowers or the fairies or you can't see the auras if you're just speeding along in your like kind of ego mind.
Exactly. Exactly. It does take focus, and purpose and intention. So I just want to say thank you for Tanita. I thank you very much for your kind donation. I
Oh,
do have your question here, and I want to start with Sharon's question. And she said, "My partner said I was speaking in an alien language in my sleep. What this was it light language?" That was the first thing I thought as well. So let's tune in if you're ready to get started and see what we come up with. And Leanne and Tanita, you two are next, just so you know.
hi Sharon, so nice to see you. Sort of. I see your picture.
Thanks for stopping by and asking your question. I'm honored.
How are things over
Sharon is a content provider.
there? Yep.
She's of the community, so I appreciate you coming by. Was
Strawberry
Sharon speaking?
let me see here. Hmm.
So I want to just give your partner the props and saying that she didn't say that you were speaking a foreign language. She said alien language, and I'm getting definite yes. I'm saying, is there another language on Earth that she was hearing Sharon speak in the middle of the night, and it was not from here on Earth? Was it from out? What was it? An off-planet language? Was it an off-planet language? Yes. So was it specifically light language from the angels? Was it an angelic? Oh, still saying yes. Was it a extra? Was it from another planetary race that this was from? I'm getting yes for light language and angel. Um, I'm getting yes definitely for light language. Wow, wow, good for you, Sharon. How about you, Mark? What'd you get?
I almost what I'm seeing is like okay, this is a little weird. Like almost in a class and learning it and repeating it. Like yeah, repeating it. Like as if there were a teacher there and running it for you and then you repeat it. We were just talking about that Hogwarts school thing. I'll never remember something Finley or whatever. I'll never remember that. The actual name, so I'll just keep calling it Hogwarts. It's kind of like a school in another realm or dimension. And you were there, like learning that. You were really into it. And really, I was going to say earlier, you chose to be there. It wasn't like something against your will or some weird thing. You were actually, it's like, oh yeah, I like to go to this class and learn this. It's going to like repeat after me. And doing and it's energetically, it's assisting. It assists the world, or the world, the earth. It's interesting. If you did it again, your partner might record it or something. If you're like blabbering in the night, I'm teasing when I say blabbering, because I think it sounded like, what? It's one of those things when the words didn't make sense, but yet it seemed like you were saying something. You know what I mean? Like there was energy behind the words, even though you couldn't quite understand the words. Yeah, that's what I think it is. And I'm not exactly sure like what a light language is. For me personally, I may hear people talking about it and stuff like that. But when I see you saying it, it is like light coming out. Like the language invokes light. I don't even know what that means. But so yeah, I would say, yeah, it's a light language. Oh, you said you asked her to record it next time. Yeah, I think I would too. Yeah, that's interesting.
And did you also know that Sharon is a teacher by trade?
Oh,
So I
yeah,
think she's learning this so that she can teach others. And you said it would benefit all.
yeah,
And that's
right. Because I feel like even though it's like a class, it's actually, and she's learning, but it's actually producing results. And, it's like, it's not just, let's just practice this for the sake of practicing it. It's actually doing the work. It's kind of like when you practice Reiki, you're actually running Reiki. So it's that same thing, it's actually doing the work. Very interesting. Now I'm even more interested in what light language is.
mm,
Because is that what JJ does?
yes. And
Is like,
there's,
yeah,
mhm.
yeah.
It's usually off planet. It's usually higher dimensional, and but I was picking up if there was a different race that said no, and I said angelic, and it said yes. So that's what I was picking up. But
Mhm.
it of that realm. Is that you with the music there, Mark?
Yeah, that was just the phone doing something. I don't know what.
Okay, good. That's spirit saying hello. So I
That's-
see a couple of you here, Rebecca and Sherry are asking for messages from parents. If you want to just provide their first name, it just so that we can get there a little bit faster. That's really very helpful for us. And thank you both for being here. And thank you, Sharon. I hope that was helpful for you. Thank you for asking that really important, interesting question. So Leanne is next, and after Leanne is Tanita. So Leanne says, how is my health this year? Okay, thanks, Sherry. I see it.
And just as we were closing out that with you, Sharon, I just keep hearing the word, I don't know, peace, peace, peace. I don't know if that was something you were working on with that language, but they just wanted to keep saying that in my head. So there you go. Okay. Oh, I see. There's some cosmic blue avian telling us what light language is. A language, I'm sorry, I just want to read this, of tones, of frequency, and waves of sound that if communication between star and celestial beings. Oh, okay. Yeah. So Leanne, how's your health doing? You're welcome, Sharon. Um,
it's one of those things where that if you can sleep at night, then everything else is manageable. But if you can't sleep at night, it just seems like there's nothing that can work. And I'm not saying anything about you sleeping or not sleeping, but what I'm saying is there's this one little thing that may not be working to its optimum that is affecting everything else. You feel like there's some sort of big catastrophe coming on. I feel like you're not sure what's going on. You're not feeling your best. You don't know. You can't quite put your finger on it, and you have some concern over things developing. And I feel as though it's one thing that is able to be remedied, and once you get this one thing under control, it'll help everything else. Like it's not as big as it seems. Almost like, and I'm not saying it's sleep, and I'm not saying it's diabetic, but if your sugar is off, it'll affect almost everything else in your life, and it'll throw, other things off. But if you get that under control and you manage it, then everything else seems to work. And this is what I mean. It feels like it's something, because I was saying, is her health 50% good? Is her health 75% good? Is her health 80% good? And then right around 85%, it was going like around or back and forth. So I feel like it's one small thing that is able to be remedied or managed. It may be something that you need to pay closer attention to or managed, or it could be something as simple as sleep. But it's almost like it's a small thing, but it affects a lot. So I would definitely try and focus and narrow that down and see the doctor and get the testing and try and uncover what that one thing would be. But I'm not feeling it's total imbalance there. How about you, Mark?
Leanne, my sweetie pie, I feel like that we're going to be working with the doctor some in this coming year. Uh, so still a little bit up and down with that. Still looking. I still see the doctor. So let's see all three of these. So the magician, that's figuring it out. Finding out a solution. Um, Actually making potions or medicine or whatever it is to come up with the right solution. I get the lovers, but that's a positive relationship. I'm going to say with the doctor or a health practitioner. And then you also get the King of Swords, which again is a little bit like a doctor there. So all three of these tell me that. But then I said, okay, so there's still a little bit of doctor time, but what's the outcome? Because I pulled those three. And then the fourth card was the Two of Cups. And, that's a nice positive card. But I go, well, that's an interesting card to draw. But then I read the words out, because these cards I got are new and they have some words on them, which I never had cards with words. But guess what? The big word there in the bottom is healing. So when I said the outcome, it says, well, the outcome is healing and getting you back into a more balanced state. So when you say, how's my health this year? I think we're headed to getting better, but there's still a little bit more, you know, doctor stuff to do. And at the same time, sweetie, keep as positive minded as you can. Choose what you want, not what you don't want. And I say that a lot, but that's just to help get your brain on your side, because our thoughts, create a reality. So you just want to keep it as positive as possible while you're going to take steps to get better. But I think you're probably already on some medicine or something that we're finding out a solution, a way to move forward. So it feels like there's some kind of medication needed. There may be some kind of, only because I got that King of Swords, there might be some, something like a surgery or something. I'm not sure what's going on with you. But anyway, all of it is to get to the solution, I feel like. And then this energy towards the latter part of the year, feeling
And
better.
Isn't that symbol also on the doctor symbol? Like those,
Yes, that is, you're exactly right. I didn't even think about that. It's like the whatever the Carduceus or something. I can't.
yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And look at that, medical symbol coming down through two loving cups. Um, because you also got the lovers. So you got the lovers and the two of cups, which is basically the same thing. But that's a positive partnership. And of course, then they had to say the big old word healing on there. So I love that because I wouldn't have necessarily thought that word with that card, right off the bat. So I like that that was on there too. That's probably why I picked these up today because I'm just playing around with them. Anyway,
And all the best to you, Leanne. And sometimes, with us not knowing what the problem is and not having a diagnosis or not figuring it out is somewhat unsettling. But it's no news is good news, and I'm sure they'll figure it out. And like I said, it seems like it's a big deal, but once you get it managed, it's something manageable for
yeah,
you. Um,
anything is possible. So choose that which serves you in your mind. You
yeah.
you never know what the outcome is. So don't just accept somebody else's outcome. Choose what you want. Yeah. Okay.
All the best to you, Leanne. Thank you very much for your question. And Tinita is up, and then after Tinita, I have Sherry Halls, and so Sherry, just stick around, and you'll be right after Tanita. And after Sherry is Tasha. Okay. So Tanita says, would love a reading. Is there a message from my boyfriend in spirit, Ricardo? I think we did read for him. Hi, Lacey. Um,
Yeah, I think I've talked to Ricardo before. Maybe with you.
mhm. Yeah, I think we did too.
Yep.
Let's see what he has to say for you, Tanita.
Yeah. I don't know. He feels funny, like as in lighthearted and kind of a little bit. He'd like a joke or like to laugh. I wonder if that's him.
I hear him saying that you're much stronger than I am, that you had the strength, you had the stability, you had the like you had like certainty about you. There was something you were very definite and confident about where he was not very sure about very much. But he's saying that you were like his rock, so to speak. That he really admired your certainty, is what he's saying, that you're much he said she's much stronger than I am. And he's saying he wants you he wants you to be happy. He's saying that you would make somebody very happy. He says that um, it's important for you to take care of yourself and to focus on your own happiness. This is all he wants. This is all anybody ever wants for you, Tinita, and you're very important to your loved ones and your family, and and that they only want the best for you. And the best thing that you can do for them is to live your life with joy, with happiness, with uh, um, an experience all there is to experience here in this lifetime. Um, I do feel as though you're still moving through the grieving process, and they're saying that don't worry, don't beat yourself up about that. That's a natural human physical human need that we have to go through, and it revisits and it cycles, and you're okay. You're going through this. It's very normal. It's very, and don't judge yourself on this. And I'm getting a big ringing in my ear as well, that you are okay, and don't judge yourself over the grieving process. Everybody takes their own different time in order to go through that grieving process, and as much time as you need is what you'll get, they said. And no matter how strong they think that you are and how certain they think that you are, and you're feeling this, I don't know why I can't get over this grieving process, and it just takes as much time as you need to take it. And I feel as though your rivers run deep, Tanita, and I feel like you have very strong emotions and very secure ties to people. Like when you connect with somebody and you love somebody with all of your heart. And so this is just a very deep um, grieving process that you're moving through. And try not to judge yourself or examine yourself or put yourself down for, welling up at the bank when you're standing at the bank and your eyes start welling up because you missed your boyfriend. I mean, it's okay. Whatever happens, whatever you feel is okay. And just to be kind to yourself. How about you, Mark? Oh,
Yeah. That's correct. Tanita, is it? It's been a. We're moving. We're moving along now. Is it getting close to like a year, or has it been like a year since he passed? It feels like a little bit, not super recent. Is what I'm thinking or feeling. Anyway, the first thing he says is, this relation. So you get the lovers first. It's your boyfriend. That makes sense. That this card come from. But look at this angel over it, looking at the two lovers. He's saying, when he got to the other side and he's reviewing his life, that was one of the best parts of it. This relationship between you guys. I feel like he made mistakes in different ways, and there was some other stuff in the review, but that part was good. Look at that. He when he looked down and reviewed his relationship with you, that was positive and good. There was good to it. Oh, July will be a year. Yeah, I was thinking it's getting close to a year or something. Now, this is kind of what Jean was talking about. This card, the Eight of Cups. So, see up there, the moon is crying, and they're moving away from these cups of tears or sadness or grief or mourning. He's saying, it's time to move forward. That relationship helped me and served me, but that's gone. That's over. And here you are. So move from the grief away. Go ahead and move forward. He wants you to move forward. Don't stay in the grief and in all the other stuff that you've been, I know you said you found out some new stuff about him since he passed and stuff like that. He wants you to move forward because there's a Knight of Cups in your future waiting for you. That isn't the end. There's even more of a loving relationship in your future, something that even serves you better. It's like a knight on a white horse, literally, with the cup of love, just kind of waiting there in your future. And he wants you to go ahead and grab it because this guy, the Knight of Cups, is leading to the King of Cups. When they're sitting together, it's like he's going right to the King of Cups. So, there's something greater for you, more love than what you even had. So there's a next step, and he wants you to go to that. There's greater good for you in the future. And that's what he's trying to pass forward to. You know what I mean? And that's what he's hoping for you. And he's kind of wishing and guiding for you, I think. Anyway. Okay.
yeah. And Tanita, I would trust your instincts. I would trust your gut. And each in as this incarnation as a human, we have flaws, and nobody's perfect. And I feel that that he did love you. Just because there was some deceit in there doesn't mean that everything was deceitful. He's saying that you were very secure and very confident, and and he was like sort of this does in his own way, in his way. He loved you, and he loved the security, he loved the stability, he loved your certainty. He was never certain about anything, he said, but your certainty, he loved that about you. He loved you in his way as much as he could. Whether you found something out after he passed or not, it doesn't take away from the fact that he did love you. You know that he loved you. You know he came to see you in your dreams, and you know that he's there for you. It's a process, and I would trust your gut, and don't second guess that feeling, because he's sending you that feeling in your gut saying, yes, I loved you. Yes, I still love you. You are an amazing, lovable human being and soul. And this is what he wouldn't. It's try not to second guess, try not to analyze or pick apart something that you felt in this world. And he's just saying, take him as he is, flaws and all. So I hope that's helpful for you, Tanita, and hope you're feeling better soon. Okay, so I think I said that Sherry was next. And after Sherry, oops, sorry, let me just try and I have this. Tasha will be after Sherry. And Sherry said her mom's name is Judy.
Okay. Judy. Has Judy been sending Sherry messages?
Sorry, I'm feeling right away. She said, why would I be any different on the other side? She said she was like sort of like in your business while she was here in this world, and like calling you and checking on you and seeing how things are going, or if you plan this, or what that one is doing. She was always checking in on you, and she's saying, why would this be any different while I'm on the other side? Of course, I'm very much interested in everything that's going on in your life still. And she is still connecting with you. And it's almost like she wants to be like still giving you motherly advice, is what I'm feeling. Like, do this, don't do that, watch out for this one, and make sure you do that. Or, just real motherly advice is what I feel like she's been coming in with. So let me know, Sherry, if that makes any sense for you. And what did you get, Mark?
Mm. Well, yes, the first thing that, yeah, she has been communicating or sending you messages. Like I heard that immediately, and then I did my pendulum, and it said yes. So I'm going to go yes. But now I'm saying, yeah, but what kind of messages? I'm just curious. I just want to know. What messages have you been trying, or have you been sending to your daughter, Cherie? Well, I don't know, I'm getting a lot of kind of like energy. So I'm wondering if you're going through some stuff like that's been a little bit rough. She wants you to take a breath, relax, kind of calm yourself, and bring your energy back together so you can move forward with whatever you might be faced with. I'm only saying that because, like, I don't know, the cards were giving me a lot of swords all of a sudden. Which is not negative, but it does feel like you might be up against some like male energy that's kind of, poopy, that you don't particularly like. It's a little too masculine, a little too empery, like, that toxic kind of masculine energy. So it might have something to do with work, or I know you better. I might even say court or something like that. But she wants you to, center, calm. Everything's going to be fine. Because I don't know if any, oh, true, you're saying. Okay. And that it's all going to be okay. So I'm saying, she says, take a breath, relax. That's that Four of Wands, kind of slow down for a minute, regroup, and till we move forward. But see, I got so many swords. So a lot of times that's like energy. That's why I was kind of wondering about that. But then the outcome card, because I said, okay, I get all this. There's a little bit of not so much fun energy. But what's the outcome? And the outcome is like peace, harmony, moving through it and getting to the other side of it. So she wants to say that. I hope that made sense, because I don't, let's have to kind of trust what they're saying, even if I don't know particularly who you are or what you're going through. But so I think that's what she's been trying to get across to, you said, she's been trying to get me. Yeah, I think she's been trying to say, it's okay, sweetie, calm down. Everything's going to be okay. Don't worry. Don't get in a fret state. You're fine. It's all going to work out. Kind of that sort of a motherly advice. Sort of, yeah, I'm here. You're okay. Okay, hon.
Thank you, Mark.
Yeah.
And thank you, Sherry. All the best to you. And your sweet mom. She's very, very insistent for sure. She's very sweet. Okay, so let's see. So I have Tasha is next, and after Tasha, I have Rebecca Hill. So just say hello and let us know that you're still here. So Tasha, questions. Okay. Will I move to Pierre, South Dakota for a new job? I have interview for in a couple of weeks. Is It is my dream job. Will Sean G and I see each other in person again? Okay, so there's two. Let me see.
There's
Pierre,
Tasha's.
South Dakota.
You're welcome, Cherie. I hope that helped. Tasha. Let's see. You're going to be moving to South Dakota.
So, Tasha, I feel like you have the upper hand here. I feel like you're very much in demand, and that you're doing them a favor by relocating, and they wouldn't be able to find anybody with your abilities or credentials in that area. So they're almost giving you a bonus to move, and that they need your skills that they can't find there to be there. So I feel like you definitely have the upper hand in that, and to trust your experience and your skills, and you are what they need. I do feel as though this Sean G, if you'll see each other, I saw that it may not be right away. It may be after a little while, so it may not be right away. So I would focus on the job at hand, so to speak, no pun intended. And then yeah, it just what it did was it went like in a little circle at first, and then it went into a yes. So I think that there's maybe a little delay in you guys seeing each other in person. How about you, Mark?
Yeah. Well, I didn't look at Sean, but I was looking at the job, and I think this is that you are going to be doing that. It feels like it fits you fine, like this, the Three of Wands. But a lot of times I'll say, looking for my ship to come in. I think this is the ship you're looking for, and it'll suit you fine. And then, if that wasn't enough, then I got the Sun, which is the ultimate yes card. So I feel like you probably are going to be moving to this new job. I think this job suits you and you suit it. So kind of like what Jean was saying, it's kind of what you've been looking for. So Yes. Yes. I didn't
Thank
read
you.
about Sean. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and she said she's in South Dakota already. She's just moving to the capital. I see. Good
Yeah.
for you. Good for you, Tasha. And she's like, yay. Good for you. Look, she's like, thank
Yeah.
you.
The
And
cards are all good and positive, and so I love it.
yeah, and I just want to say thank you and hello to Sharon Sipes here doing an amazing job of being moderator. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. And Craig is being a wonderful moderator, telling everybody to put the questions in caps. It really does help to be noticed. And
But you have to
yes,
remember
thank
we're balancing between worlds, and we don't always see what's happening in front of our face.
right.
I know that's me when I'm trying to host and to read the questions, and it gets to be a lot sometimes. And you can just miss something right in front of your face.
So Rebecca is here, and after Rebecca, I have Sherry Luke, and then Andrea Hector. So Rebecca says her parents, either Mary Kay and Thomas, are her parents' names.
Okay, Thomas.
So Sherry and Andrea just say hello. Mary Kay and Thomas, Rebecca. So I feel like did they grow old together? And what I mean by that is that one didn't predecease the other by many years. They almost they crossed maybe within a couple of years of each other. I feel like they spent a long time together. I see them holding hands and shuffling a little bit. And I see your dad almost taking care of your mom. I'm not sure if your dad was the one who was able to be the caregiver. Whereas your mom always took care of your dad his whole life, but then towards the end, I feel like maybe he was doing more things for her. Maybe I'm not sure if she couldn't get around or what the why the roles changed there, but he's still holding her hand and like bringing him along with her. He's very much a protector, a provider, and extremely caring, very sensitive man, very patient and kind and gentle, is what he's showing me. Even though maybe in his profession, he was, uh, I actually do feel like he was in a caring profession. And it's almost like, I mean, he probably didn't do this, but he's showing me maybe like a shoe salesman. You know how a shoe salesman has to be really sensitive to needs and likes and dislikes and different types of people and different feet and different needs, and either that or maybe he was a podiatrist. I see him like helping women with their shoes. But I think he was sensitive in his profession too. I think he had that special knack, and really treated your mom like a queen and treated all of you like a queen, Rebecca. I feel as though he's really smart. I feel like maybe he was more of like a doctor, more of like a podiatrist, is what I'm feeling. But he had that sensitivity, that really kind bedside manner, really patient. Um, you're just a beautiful soul. And he really took good care of your mom. So Thomas and Mary Kay. So your mom just wants you to know that they are together and that she's doing well, that they are watching over the family and watching the grandchildren, and they are almost the great grandchildren now. They're telling me, and there's a lot of children involved, and they're saying that they are keeping an eye on them. It's almost like it takes a village. But your mom is very sweet and kind. She's really smart. She's telling me you two were best friends. I'm not sure if her memory started failing at some point in that, but she's saying you two were best friends, and almost like when you were having your kids, that she was right there with you and helping you with that. And she said they were like the best memories in her life. Yeah, so that's I know that's a little bit all over the place, but such a beautiful, beautiful parents. How about you, Mark? It was Mary
Yeah,
Kay and Thomas.
yeah, yeah. There's a lot of energy. I think that's because they're both trying to get it in. It's like they both talk at the same time, kind of a thing. Maybe they did that in life as well, where they both be talking at you and be going. Uh, it's good though. They're excited that we're here doing this today. Um, has there been a new member added to the family or something? A new baby, a new spouse, a new something. I'm just curious about that. Um, might be off the track. They want to tell you that you got some good energy coming your way. So, like, oh, your grandson. Okay, great. Yeah, because I feel like they wanted to say, we see the new baby. And I was a little hesitant to say that because I don't know you or anything. And I didn't think it was yours, but I thought there was a new one. And it's just because I got this card. And this card cannot sometimes, I've heard, be a new baby, a new addition into the home. So he has dad's name. Aha. So that was the very first thing they wanted to talk about is this new baby. So that's also, they want to let you know they know what's going on. You know, they're aware of that. The other thing is, when I first started tuning into them, they're together. They hold a united front. I feel like they may have done that in life too. Like Gene was saying, they were together for a long while, and they like are a team, um, and they still are. It also feels like there's an animal with them on the other side that I felt right away, like a pet or something. Somebody that did they have a pet that was that they loved or something like that. But I do feel like there's an animal on the other side. Um, they watch, they pay attention, but they wanted to say they like that you are pursuing like kind of metaphysical, spiritual aspects. There's this Queen of Wands, and you know that's somebody who's in. She's passionate, and but also she's in touch with her spiritual side. No, they don't mean religious. That means spiritual, and so they like that. They say that's helping you grow. They appreciate it, and I feel like they want to say there's a new opportunity coming your way. Hmm. Something new to do that's like a little bit of an adventure for you. It's a little different. Something you might been kind of wanting to do. It could just be something fun. Uh, maybe you're taking care of the new baby. I don't know. But they're saying there's a new positive wave coming for you in particular. I don't know what that means, except that it looks like they're looking at it down the road and they're saying, it'll be like what's the word they're trying to tell me? You know, like a sigh. Oh, that feels so good. That's so nice. Like a gift. Tree farm. I don't know what that means, but those are two great words. Are you getting a tree farm? I don't know.
I
But that,
think all of her dreams are coming true. Yes.
I don't know. Anyway, they could see that coming down the road for you. Something exciting that you're focused on. I like the energy that I get. They're talking at the same time sometimes. And they're, even though they're talking at the same time, they kind of want to say the same thing at the same time. You know what I mean? Like they end up saying the same thing at once. I like that about them. I mean, they come across, planning on planting a tree farm. Well, that makes sense of this is that, that Fool card. He actually almost looks like Johnny Appleseed. who walks around planting seeds for trees. That the fool kind of reminds me. Do you ever read that story, John Appleseed, who
Hmm.
walked all over the place and planted apple trees? That cartoon reminds me of that because he has a little pack over his back and he's like, la, la, la. So love it. That's probably what I'm feel sure that's what they're talking about.
Wow.
I like that because they also, that to me, see, because I don't know anything about you. So that to me just is a great way for Spirit to say, look, and for your parents to say, we didn't go very far. We still know what's going on. And we're paying attention. Look, there's a brand new, the land is purchased. Oh, sweet, I'm getting goosebumps all over my body. And, that's why they wanted to talk about the new baby. The first thing is that they, that they're aware, they're watching. They're also happy on the other side. It's not a bad place to be, they want to say. Anyway, I'm going to shut up now.
Yeah, they're doing well, and they're still connected with you and what's going on in your life, and they're still together. And I love your dad's energy. Your dad has so much high intellect and really smart, yet he has this beautiful sensitivity, such a well balanced energy that I felt from him. And your mom was just even sweeter. She's just wonderful. And you must be so lovable. And you planting all those trees, all that lovable energy going in to all that, each one of those seeds, those trees are going to be just amazing.
Right. And I felt like they were trying to tell you that they met your dog. And because I wouldn't, just the fact that I needed to say there's an animal on the other side, which I wouldn't normally. And so I think they were just trying to let you know that, yeah, we got your doggy over here too. Anyway.
Yep. Yep. It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is amazing, but they're really smart. They're really smart people. I just love them. I love them, and they're going to be around, Rebecca. So talk to them all day long. They're going to be around. They made that connection, and I am. They're not here. They're not in my house. They're in your house. I'm connecting to your energy, and they are with you. So they are. So if you want to talk to them, if you want to start writing something down or asking them questions, the like there's been an opening, almost like the communication is open and they're there with you. So I would continue the conversation. And all the best to you, Rebecca. That was very high energy,
Yeah.
very positive, very insisting. They just amazing parents. My gosh. So Sherry Luke is here, and after Sherry is Andrea. After Andrea is Lacey. So if Andrea and Lacey can just say hello.
Planting black walnut trees. Oh, that just gives me goosebumps all over. I don't know. I just love it so much. Okay.
Rebecca, you're the best. So everybody make sure you subscribe to Mark, and it's Spirit Whisperer right here, just like it says on his name there, Spirit Whisperer on YouTube. Please go over and subscribe so that you know when he is on. He's on later on today at 4 o'clock, and he takes any questions on Saturdays. Any questions at 4 o'clock Eastern on Saturdays. Are you going to be on today, Mark?
Yep.
Okay, I just you were like,
No, I am on today.
are you going to send all these people over to me today?
No, I'm going to do it today too. It's already in the, in the ethers. So I'll be doing it. Yeah.
Yeah, he's just has you're just an amazing reader. I learned so much from you, and he has so much experience. You guys, I just love it. So please do make sure you go over and subscribe
with me over there on my channel and subscribe because I'd love
Mhm.
1,500 one of these years. Okay.
All right, Sherry. Thanks, Shank. Thanks for the little commercial break there. So Sherry would like a message from Spirit.
Sherry Luke. It's a pretty picture, Sherry.
Mm-hmm.
So a general message from Spirit for Sherry. What cards, my dearest? They always want to change cards on me every time. Okay. Let's see about this.
I'm seeing a mallard duck, like a green, with that with a like a white stripe around their neck and a green duck. So I'm not sure if they're saying something like "let it roll off your back like a duck," or you know how they say like a
Wa-
duck's back or something.
Water off a
Um,
duck's back.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So they're showing me a mallard duck. It's a male duck, I believe, and they're just saying. So why are you showing me this? Why is this important for Sherry? So I see that they're just saying keep doing what you're doing, that you're safe in the water. You have the buoyancy. They're saying that try not to take things so personally. Uh, Sort of try work on detaching a little bit, detaching from the drama or the emotions. And I know that you have a lot invested in this situation, and they're just saying to try and try and look at it with a little bit of perspective. Try and look at it from the outside, and try not to get so involved in the drama. And it's very difficult for you. I know you take ownership and you have a lot invested. Um, I do feel as though you may be on the lookout. You may be searching or roaming and searching for something new. You're on a looking, just beginning to step out and look on a new adventure. And sometimes, Sherry, sometimes it's not how good we are. It's not how long we've been at a place. It's not how much they're doing wrong or right. It's not about the situation at all. What it is that spirit is saying that it's time for us to move from this situation and move into a new situation. Everything that you needed to learn from that situation has been received and learned and acquired, and now they want to remove you from this situation and bring you into a new situation so that you can learn something new. And sometimes they have to make us feel like uncomfortable in order to move. And we think, oh, well, we're comfortable here. We've been here for so long. We're real comfortable. But you never know what spirit has in store for us. And we always say this or something better. And I feel like there's something better that they have to offer you, or to suggest for you to consider. How about you, Mark?
Well, they're just talking to me about manifestation, Sherry. Are you looking to create something right now? I mean, something actual, like a thing, like a job, something. Um, because they think you are, and they think you've asked them to help you and work with you on manifesting something. I'm not sure what it is.
It's career related. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they know you're doing that because I don't know you, Sherry. So I have to just trust what they're telling me in my brain. That's always a little risky. Even though I've been doing this for decades, it's still always like, I don't know her. Okay. Uh, but so here you go. I love this card because, and it says the present, because you're focusing in with your spirit over your head, focusing with you on that which you want, which might be a job, a career, a new way, new means of service, right? And so this would be like you spending a few minutes a day in meditation or connecting with your higher self, with your spiritual guides, these guys here, and focusing in on creating what you want. You can have exactly what you want. The wheels are in motion. They've already started working on this with you. So don't think they haven't. That's what this card is. That's you and them quietly co creating the next thing you want. Now, the good news is the results of that are coming soon. It's about time for alarm. Oh, look, it's there. Oh, I made it. I did it. I created it. And I'm going to say before the fall, we're going to have some results there
Wow. Wow, Mark.
uh,
Wow.
that will help you be of service to yourself and to others. So, I heard Jean say, even though I'm like back and forth and I hear part of what you're saying, sometimes I don't, it depends, but that this or something better, that's kind of what this card is talking about. When you say, I know you've got my back, this is what I'd like to have, but this or that which serves me better. Let the universe even color it in better, but it's already on the way. And I'm going to say, don't give up. Don't think it's not working. It is. Keep your focus on what you want, not what you don't want. Trust and faith. And it's happening. It's in the works. So that's what they wanted to say to you today.
Mm-hmm. And mantras are really helpful for that. And say thank you for my new favorite job. I'm so happy, and it's a perfect fit for me. And it's so it's a delight. It's a delight, and I'm always so very happy. Something that you can repeat to yourself. And thank you for my new favorite job. Thank you for my new career and service. Something. But Sherry's like, yay, she's sending you a bunch of hugs there, Mark.
Well, good. I'm
Yay.
glad because I didn't know your personal story. I've seen your name before, but I don't know if I've read for you before. I don't think so, but you might say yes, you did, Mark. But I love it, and they were pretty adamant about the wheels are in motion, so don't think they're not. We're doing what we we're working on this, so that's really great. I love it so much. So exciting. Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you. So next is Andrea. After Andrea is Lacey and Michelle. So Lacey, Michelle, if you want to just say hello. And I'm sorry, it's Lacey Ballo and Michelle Ryder. Just say hello. And Andrea says, hi, Andrea. May I have a channel message from my Aunt Eloise? She passed in 1991. Oh,
1991. Okay, Eloise. In 91, your aunt.
I feel like she was a little bit of a risk taker. I feel like she was a little bit of a stepping outside of her comfort zone and would do things that maybe was ahead of her time, and maybe assertive, and like nobody's going to stop me. She's saying that she lived her life to the fullest. She's saying that she had a lot on her plate, and she really enjoyed it. She had a big thirst for accomplishment. She had a drive of not accomplishing, but like to build or to create or to um, make something happen. Like she just had this drive. What do you call it? This drive or initiative or um, inspiration, or she had a lot of this, and she wanted to do it all on her own. I feel like it was sort of like a family thing. Like maybe her father was a self-made man, and maybe her other family members were made people, and she knew that she could do it just as well as everybody else could, and she had this tenacity about her, and she it's almost like she didn't go to school for business, but she was really good at business. Like there's just this, she found a way, and she's just letting you know that you can do whatever you put your mind to, Andrea. She's saying that if you want to borrow some of her smarts or some of her ingenuity or some of her inspiration, she's saying you already have it, and that it's yours whenever you ask for it. But she was quite the quite the achiever. I feel like she was like a high achiever, but she's saying don't forget to stop and smell the roses as well. That it's great, it's good to be successful, it's good to build an empire, so to speak, but it's also really important to be in the moment and put your feet on the grass and smell the roses and watch the bees and butterflies fly around. Um, she just wants you to make sure there's balance there. How about you, Mark?
I agree with a lot of things you were saying. I felt all of that as well. And was she single for a lot of her life? I'm wondering. She gives me very strong female energy. I don't need others. I can do it for myself. Sisters are doing it for themselves. That kind of a energy.
She said she was a free spirit and loved Stevie Nicks.
Okay. But she would just kind of go out and do it. She would start it herself. She didn't really wait for others. Um, you know, she wasn't one to wait for somebody else to give her permission. No, she was married. Okay. So I feel like she had a very strong sense of purpose. Maybe, I could be off, but I don't know. She feels like she just goes out and does it. She don't really wait for other people. So then I get both of these knights, strong women, Knight of Cups and Knights of Swords, just going out, conquering the world, not really bowing down to people, being a strong female presence. And she says, you have that too. That in a way, that's what you share with her. I almost want to say you inherited it, but she's saying that you share that you are like in that way, that you're a strong female doing it for yourself. Now that don't mean you don't have a partner and stuff, but you just have a very strong, this is what I'm doing. I'm just going to go do it. I don't really need anybody to do it for me or help me or anything like that. Although you might get help, but you know what I mean? You just have a very strong way to move forward. She says, that's a good thing. Using that part of me helps you create what you want in the future. So you can even think of her in those kinds of times when you're taking a new step, when you're moving forward in a new way to co-create. I got all these single women in these cards. She really wants to talk about how she sees you, she sees her in you. And there was she always felt very connected to you as you were growing up. I don't know. It was like there was a pretty strong connection between aunt and niece. And she saw herself in you. That's what I'm hearing. And she says, use those qualities to move forward and to achieve what you want. Okay.
Yeah. All the best to you, Andrea. What a dynamic family. What a dynamic energy going on here. So, oh, she said, oh my gosh, she said she was her favorite.
Yeah, I got that.
Nailed it. Oh my gosh.
I did.
It's sometimes there's a common thread that comes through when people, especially when people are asking for mediumship questions, there's a little bit of a common thread that even if your question isn't answered, it's sometimes the message is there for you as well. So please don't dismiss when we're reading for somebody else, because a lot of times your loved ones who are here also make us say different things that resonate with you. So if you
Right.
say, I can take that as well, that often happens.
That's right. I agree.
Yeah. So, so I don't know, is Lacey or Michelle here? I didn't see either one of you say hi. So we're going to wait until I see you go ahead and say hi. And is Cindy's heart here? Is Cindy's heart here? Um,
Hi, Lisa. Hi, Lottie B.
yeah.
Hey, Jenny.
So Mark, maybe another 15 minutes. Is that okay with you? Maybe another one or two questions.
Yep, that's fine.
I know you guys. I know it's hard to stick around. Okay, so Lisa says she's here. So I see you, and you say you're still here. Okay. Okay. So Lisa says, should I revisit Europe maybe next year or be an armchair traveler? I'm not getting any younger. I would say it depends on how strong that desire or that pull is for you. I would say listen to your guidance in your gut, Lisa, and sometimes it's let me just see for Lisa.
I think there's another trip in you, Lisa. I get world. So it looks like you might be visiting another part of the world, as in Europe. Then after that, I get the sun, which is maybe another out of the chair trip might be good for you. And if that's what you'd like to do, you can do it. So go ahead and put that out there, a wish upon a star, and get that trip a going before you truly get too old. You're not quite yet. But I feel like, yep, there's still another trip there for you. That's what I mean.
Yeah, and I feel like it might be a little bit different than the last time, Lisa. So you may have taken something on foot, you may do something on water, or you may do one trip where you go to like a resort and you stay there the whole time rather than hopping around doing different tours. Whatever it is, I just feel like it's a little bit different than what you're used to, and then maybe you'll go back to the other. But yeah, it's I asked if it was in your highest good, and it definitely said yes, but I felt like it was maybe a little bit different than what you did the last time, or a different method of traveling. So Cindy's Heart says she's here. Hi, Cindy's Heart. Thanks for coming back. Nice to see you, and thank you, Lisa, for your question and for being here. Okay, so Cindy's Heart says, I would love to have a message of whatever I need to know. Okay, so like an energy reading or a spiritual guidance reading for Cindy's Heart.
Well, you can keep your recliner, Lisa, for when you get back. You can get back in that recliner. Cindy's Heart. Cindy.
So I feel like you're my heart chakra just lit up, and it's like I feel this expansion in my heart chakra. I feel like you are very compassionate person, and you may pray, you may have like a vigil for people, you may worry about the world, the people of the world. You have a very strong compassion for people in general, and I'm not saying Mother Teresa, but there's something about you have enough love and compassion for every sentient being in the world. You have this really strong, open heart, and I'm not saying that because it says Cindy's Heart. I'm actually really feeling that from you. I feel like you have lived an interesting life, and that you have experienced amazing things. You may have even witnessed a miracle or two. And it's not that you're in one specific tradition, but the tradition, and I mean, like, for praying or for, you know, uh, wishing well for people, or for the power of prayer. I really feel that you're connected to the angelic realm as well, Cindy. But you have like this it's almost like nobody knows this about you. Like you're not that you don't show it out on your sleeve. It's almost like you do this not in secret, but you do this not to get the recognition or the notoriety, but just out of the goodness of your heart. I feel like you're you have this immense compassion, and they want you to know that that it's okay um, to have compassion for the world, but it's not your burden to carry on your shoulders alone. And they want you to try and work on balancing both of these. And they're saying that you can do both. And they want you to also work on maybe setting up some boundaries for your heart, because you may have this uh, like if you see somebody is hurting, you feel the hurt. It's like you have empathy. You're an empath, and this almost pulls on your energy. And they want you to know that if you have boundaries, it's not going to prevent you from feeling other people or other things. It's what it's going to do is it's going to preserve your ability to say those prayers and to be someone who sends light to all of the world. And it's so there's this fine line of how much compassion to take on, and how much, because you do have the angelic sort of feeling or energy within you, and you have the ability to say prayers for the people of the world, but you also are extremely sensitive. So they're just saying to preserve that quality in yourself, it's necessary to have that boundary. It doesn't mean that you don't care. It just means that you want to maintain that energy so that you can continue to do good in the world.
Scratching
Um, yeah, Buttercup was she was
scratching to death.
she was holding the fort down for you there, Mark. But yes, so Cindy's heart is what I feel. I feel like she's extremely empathic, but also extreme, very effective and connected. So it's a beautiful, and I feel I have, I mean, not that I find I have a lot of those similar qualities where I'm so sensitive that I can pick up on your energy, but I'm also sensitive where it hurts me when I see somebody hurting. So I've learned to, have that little bit of a boundary there so that I can protect myself. But it's necessary. And you're probably an empath and a psychic and a medium yourself there, Cindy.
Yeah.
She's saying, I really understand this. Yeah.
So, my first card is protection. Put up your guard. So, and then I hear, fear not, you are surrounded by the light. So, just know that you have that protective shield around you. And, sometimes it's just as easy as saying, I have a protective shield around me, and just acknowledge it in your current time. So I don't know if you were asking about that, if you're protected or something, but they're like saying, yep, you're protected. We're working with you. We're all around you, working with you. Now, they're also Ace of Pentacles, please. There's something new coming soon. So a new opportunity. This could even be a windfall or something, but it feels more like an opportunity for service of some sort. That might just be helping a friend or filling in somewhere, something like that. But there's something coming along here. So they don't want you to forget that you always have that protective energy around you. And if you're feeling a little wonky or a little unbalanced, just, imagine that that's there, because it is. So you just want to tune into, I have a protective energy around me, and nothing can really harm me. I don't know. You might have had some questions recently about, is there negative energy that can get me or something like that? So they're kind of saying, no, we're taking care of you. That was the biggest message I'm getting today.
Yep. The angelic realm is around you, Cindy. You're doing the work of the angels for sure.
Yeah.
And everybody's being so supportive for Cindy because all of us here are have that empathic quality to us as well. So I just want to thank each and every one of you who asked your questions and who are here and supporting the channel. And please do go over and subscribe to Mark. He's the Spirit Whisperer, just 2 words, Spirit Whisperer on YouTube. And please go over and support. Mark will be back. I have to give him a break so he can come back this afternoon at 4:00. And
Yep.
he does ask any question today, right?
Yep.
I love the way you say that. Like what are people asking?
Any question.
Any question.
I put that on there because on Mondays, you know, I regularly do animals. And so you can ask something besides animals on Saturdays. That's why. Because we just stick to the animals and nature on Mondays. Anyway, yeah.
I love your energy, Mark. I love it when you're here. I feel so just so supported, and I learn something new every time I'm with you. It's so
I love
beautiful.
empathy too, sweetie. We're like
And thank
surprised a lot too.
yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, each and every one of you, for being here. And I'm sorry for those who didn't get your questions asked. Go over and check out Mark later on this afternoon. He'll be there. And we'll be back this afternoon. I'm going to be doing a talk with Daphne and Stacy about the Radiant Abundance Activation event that they had. And we're going to talk a little bit about flower essences. So this is something new and fun. So if y'all want to come over and join us, that'd be great. So everybody, and Mark, I look forward to seeing you again real soon. Thank you very much. And everybody have a wonderful weekend and a happy Easter for tomorrow too.
We're getting at the end of another month. Can't believe it. You're my next animal.
Thank you, everybody, for watching. Your support is greatly appreciated. If you enjoy this content, hit like, share, and subscribe. Remember to click the bell to be notified of future videos. Thanks again. Bye.